What is web hosting and why it matters for your business? In this video, you will learn why having a good hosting for your website is the foundation of online success. You will also learn about the types of hosting solutions and how to choose the right hosting solution for your needs. So are you ready? Let's go. So what is web hosting? Well, let's understand this with a real life example. If your website is like a house in which the content of your website lives, the domain name is the address of that house. Now, the land under the house on which the house is built, your website is built, is called hosting. Now, this is very clearly illustrated in this image. You can see there is a house which is the website, and under that house there is that green land which is the hosting, and people are looking for that house through the domain name. I hope this clarifies what a hosting is. Now let's understand why having a good hosting matters for your business. Well, having a good hosting provides reliability, speed, and security. Let's understand that. A good hosting would ensure that your website is fast. Now, people are impatient. If your website takes time to load, they will just leave and go to your competitor's website or search for some other website. Security. If your hosting is not secure, your website would be hacked. The information and data of your customers would be stolen. So you don't want that, and hence you require a hosting that is secure. And third thing is reliability. Your hosting should ensure that your website stays up. There is no downtime. It should be at least 99.9% time on, so that whenever your customers enter your domain name, they should reach your website and your website should be up and running. So these are three important factors why a good hosting matters. Now let's look at some costs that your business pays if you don't have a good hosting. The first cost is loss of sales. Whenever your website is down, the customers who are trying to reach your website would not be able to find your website, and that would result in cost. The second cost is customer frustration. So the customers who are looking for your website would get frustrated and go to your competitors. The third cost is damaged search ranking. If your customers are not able to find your website, they would stop searching for your website. Google would also look at this. Google would also realize that your website takes time to load, and this would result in Google ranking your website down, and you will lose a lot of traffic that you were getting from Google search. If your hosting is not secure, your business data and your customers' information would be at risk. If your data or your customer information leaks, that would result in customers losing trust in your business, and hence it's a huge loss. Now let's understand what are the various types of hostings available. The first type is called shared hosting. Now, shared hosting is like a building where a lot of different tenants stay in different houses, but they are all inside the same building. So that building has one door through which all the traffic can come in and go out, and all the different websites live in different compartments in that same building. Now this is the cheapest option available. It is very affordable. It's perfect for small businesses. So a huge percentage of businesses who are just starting off use shared hosting. The next type of hosting is called cloud hosting. Now, in cloud hosting, the resources are spread across the world. The servers are located all over the world, and all the data is basically copied and saved all across the world. So this type of hosting is very reliable. So if one server goes down, there is always a copy of information available on another server in different part of the world. This is a very scalable form of hosting. If you have thousands of customers landing on your website, they would be probably coming from different parts of the world. So a cloud hosting would be able to handle that because the servers are distributed across the world. If the traffic is huge, it can be routed to a different server. So this type of hosting is for businesses who are already growing, who are already generating huge revenue, and there is enough traffic on their website. The third type of hosting is called VPS hosting, which is virtual private server. It's like having a villa to yourself. You have a dedicated server to yourself. You're not sharing it with anyone. So this is more secure. It is better for performance because all the resources of that particular server are available to your website, and you have more control. The fourth type of hosting, which is best for WordPress websites, is called a WordPress hosting. Now, this type of hosting is designed to manage and host WordPress websites. It comes with a lot of features which are good for WordPress websites. So you can just with one click install WordPress on this hosting. You can auto update your website, your WordPress files by a click of a button, or you can set auto updates. There are regular backups that are available. So you also have specialized support for WordPress in this type of hosting. So these are the four types of hostings that are available. Now let's look at various pain points that people have with their hosting. And if you don't keep these pain points in mind, you will make mistakes while choosing a hosting for you. So the first pain point is slow loading speed. Why is that a problem? If your website is slow to load, your customers will not wait and they will just leave. This will result in loss of sales. The second pain point is downtime. If your hosting is not reliable and it goes down at a regular interval, customers who are looking for your website will not be able to access it. And again, you will have loss of customer, loss of business, and they might go to a competitor, right? The next pain point is security risk. If your hosting provider is not secure, your website might get hacked. You might end up losing your customer information. You might even end up losing your business revenue. So all of this has to be kept in mind. The last and one of the most important factor for non-tech savvy business owners is the complexity of the hosting platform. The dashboard of the hosting provider should be very simple, intuitive, and easy to use. If it is complex and is full of lot of technical jargons, then a lot of non-tech savvy business owners would not be able to use it. So all these pain points have to be kept in mind before you decide which is the right hosting provider for you. Now, what are the key features offered by a good hosting provider? How do you decide that a hosting provider is good? Now, the first factor is ease of use. The control panel of your hosting should be user-friendly. And even a non-techie person should be able to easily navigate the control panel and use it. The another important factor is easy installation. So your hosting should be able to provide you one-click WordPress setup. so that you don't have to copy and paste files from some folder and install WordPress. It should be just one click. Another important factor is 24/7 customer support, so that if something goes down, you can always reach out to a customer support executive who will guide you and help you through the problem. Next important factor is uptime. Your hosting should not go down. It should ensure that there is 99.9% uptime so that you don't lose out on customers. The next important factor is SSL certificate. Now, what is SSL certificate? SSL certificate basically is a certificate which is given to your website, which shows to the customer that your website is secure. You must have seen that on banking websites, there is a lock that appears in front of the website name. For example, www.icicibank.com. Now, this domain name, when you enter this into your browser, a lock will appear in front of it. That lock means that this website is secure. It is HTTPS enabled. Now, a good hosting provider also provides an SSL certificate for your website. The next important factor is backups. Now, a good hosting provider ensures that there are features that you can enable to get daily, weekly, monthly backups, and even manual backups whenever required. Now, why are backups important? If something goes wrong with your website, you can always recover it from a backup. Next important factor is security. Your hosting should have adequate security. Your hosting provider needs to ensure that there is proper malware scanning, so that just in case, if a malware or a virus is installed on your WordPress, it gets detected and it gets removed. The last feature that your hosting provider should ensure is that there is CDN available. CDN is a content delivery network. So why is that important? Now, once your business starts growing, you might have customers coming from different parts of the world. Now, if your hosting server is in India and your customer is trying to reach your website from, say, US or UK, your website will take time to load because it is hosted in India. Now, a content distribution network ensures that there is a copy of your website in a server which is somewhere close to US or UK. So that would help your website loading faster for a customer coming from US or UK. So these are all the important factors that you need to keep in mind while selecting a hosting for your business. Now let's look at the three of my favorite hosting providers. Hostinger. It is the most affordable and easy to use hosting provider. And in my opinion, this is the best hosting option available for business owners from India. It is cheap, it is fast, and it has all the features that any business would need. The next option is SiteGround. It's a little premium and a little expensive, but it's good for businesses which are already well established. The third option is Cloudways. Now, this hosting is for those businesses who are already doing very well and they need a cloud server. Cloudways enables that for you. In my opinion, if you're just starting out and you're actually building your first business website, you should go with Hostinger. So why should you choose Hostinger? Well, it is the most affordable hosting option available. You can start at the cheapest and then you can slowly upgrade as your business grows. As more and more traffic comes on your website, you can upgrade your hosting. All the plans have all the security features that your business would need. You also get a free domain with premium plans. There are local payment options available, including UPI. So if you are a business from India, you can easily use UPI to make payment. And there is 24/7 customer support available. So all these features make Hostinger a very good option for a business that is just starting out and wants to gradually upgrade their hosting as they grow. Well, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you were able to understand what is hosting, why it is important for your business to have a good hosting, and how to choose the right hosting for your business. In the next video, I will take you through Hostinger and how to set up your website on Hostinger. If you are interested in purchasing your hosting on Hostinger, you can use my referral link. This link gives you an additional 20% off on top of whatever discounts that Hostinger is already giving. So it will be definitely beneficial for you to use my link. I will leave this link in the presentation and you can always access it. As always, the link to this presentation and all the websites that I have mentioned will be in the description. I hope I was able to give you some value. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day.